Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by our dear brother, and the message is like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story? Is hidden identity. My brother, I am asking for advice from your listeners, and if there is anyone who can advise me, I have this blesser of mine who told me that she can only give me 1.5 million rands so that I can start a business. So I don't know what kind of a business can I start here in South Africa with 1.5 million. Initially, I wanted her to give me at least 3 million, but she told me that she cannot afford to give me 3 million, even this 1.5. She said that she will be giving me this money only in installments, 500, then the next 500, then the next 500, until it will be 1.5 mil. So this is how I met this woman. I came here to South Africa after I had written my O-level exams. My mom then told me, so I was already a barberman back home in Zim. I came here, then my mom taught me everything that she knew. Then I started having my own workstation, because in the salon where she was working, what they do is called rent a chair. So God then blessed me, because I then started having a lot of clients that had a lot of money. Then there was this other woman who told me that I was supposed to come to her house to do her makeup, her nails and everything, even to cut her husband's hair. It then happened that they went to the UK for a vacation, and then COVID came. When COVID came, they could not return back to South Africa, so she came back after the COVID-19, and she had a new hairdresser. She then called me one day and she said that she had fired her hairdresser. I then went and I spoke with her, and she told me that she wanted to make love to me. So we ended up making love with each other. That is how we started dating. And as we were dating, she then told me that she had grown tired of her husband. She wanted me to become her husband. So this woman, she is really old. She is almost the same age as my own mother. So this woman then told me that she was going to take care of me and my mother. So she had this other car of hers. She said that I should tell her husband that I wanted to buy that car. The husband does not even know that the money that I gave to him, it was the money that was given to me by his own wife, and that is the car that I am still using. But the problem is that this car, my brother, she is the one who is still paying insurance for that car. Even the car track that is on this car, she did not get it removed. She is the one who has the app on her phone. So if it happens that maybe if I go somewhere, it is really irritating, because I would hear some guys from car track, they will be calling me wanting to know where exactly this car is. So she's like using them to track me. She is always monitoring my movements, and I am tired of this kind of a life. And now what she does is that at all the times, she always accuses me of being a gold digger. She says that the only reason you are with me, it is because of my money, because my husband is really rich. But I have fallen in love with this woman. When I started dating her, I knew that she was older than I was, and we were never going to get married. But with time, this woman, I have fallen in love with her. I love her with all of my heart, and each and every day, and each and every time, she always find an opportunity to emotionally abuse me, and I am tired of being abused by this woman. I want to become the man in this relationship. So to those people who are dating women that are older than they are, how are you managing? Because I love this woman. I want to show her that I am the man in this relationship. She is not the man. She needs to be submissive towards me. She needs to respect me, but she does not respect me at all. So if there is anyone who is dating a woman who is older than he is, please help me out. Recently, she took me out for lunch. We went to McDonald's. Whilst we were there, that was when she told me that she wanted to get her husband eliminated. The thing that frightened me was when I asked her how exactly did she want her husband to get eliminated. So I thought that maybe she was going to use a traditional healer. She only laughed at me, and then she said, we will talk about it the next time. So I don't know exactly how does she want to get her husband eliminated, because she said that after she had thought about it, she saw that this is the only way her husband has to die so that me and her, we can be together. Even if we go out, what pains me the most is that because of how she's been taking care of me, I have become an attractive young man. So a lot of women, they tend to look at me when I am with her. So if she sees that there will be some women that will be looking at me, then she will start to punish me, and she will start to humiliate me, and she will say that, oh, now these women are looking at you. Do they know that I am the one who is making you to look this good? If I remove all of my money, if I take everything that I gave you, do you think that you can date women like this? So she is always humiliating me, and I have lost all of my self-confidence. Please assist me. How exactly can I deal with this woman? I love her. I do not want to get separated from her. Please assist me. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother right there. Please let us talk with him in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Then there is another message that was sent to me by our dear sister. This is the narration of that message that was sent to me. The narration reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identities? My brother, I started dating this other man, and I then knew that this man was a married man. So I then told my mom, and after I had told my mom, she then told me that she had this other traditional healer that she knew. So she went and she was given some charms. Then I started to cook those charms for my husband, and that is how my husband started ignoring his wife, and he then got married to me. So the only challenge that I was facing at that time was God had not yet decided to bless me with a child yet. So I was just staying alone, and my husband, I was scared that because I had not yet managed to give him a child, he was going to return back to his first wife. So I spoke with my mom. We then went to that traditional healer. So when we went to that traditional healer, I was then given some charms, and I was then given some water that I was supposed to give to my husband's children. So these charms that were given to me, they were going to make my husband's kids to ignore and to forget about their mother, to think about me at all the times, to see me as if I am their mother. And this is what these kids say right now. They say that I am like their biological mother, and they hate their biological mother so much. I did this because I did not want my husband to return back to his first wife, since I had failed to give him a child. So this water that was given to me, that I was supposed to give to my step kids, this water that was given to me by that traditional healer, that I was supposed to force these kids to drink, this water, the traditional healer had kept it on top of the graves throughout the night, and in the morning she went and she collected the water. She came with the water to my place, and the kids were there. And then my mom told me that I was supposed to force these kids. So I then prepared a meal for the kids, and I told them that I wanted them to drink the water, and they did so. And as for the little one, the girl, because she was really young, she started refusing. Then my mom told me to go with this young child into my bedroom, then made her to sleep on my bed. Then I sat on her stomach and pinning her arms. My mom then came with that cup that had the water that had been laid on top of the grave. Then we started to force her to drink the water. My mom then started forcing her to drink the water. She kept on refusing until my mom said, let me close her nose. So after my mom had closed my stepdaughter's nose, she could not breathe anymore using her nose. She then started breathing using her mouth, and we then took that opportunity. Each and every time when she would try to breathe using her mouth, then my mom will pour the water into her mouth until she had finished drinking the water. After she had finished drinking the water, I thought that she was going to report this matter to her father, but she then told her father that she never wanted to see her mom like a real mom anymore. So this is how I bewitched my husband and his kids. That traditional healer then called me to a shrine, and she told me that the reason as to why I could not give birth, it was because my uterus, it was too dry, and as a matter of fact, it was dying. Therefore, I cannot conceive. She said that I should not worry because she was going to remove my husband's first wife's uterus, and she was going to give her my dry uterus, and I was going to be given her uterus that was fruitful. So that is the ritual that we did, and she told me to return back home to sleep with my husband as much as I can. And when I returned back home, I slept with my husband, and the next month I did not see my period. And though I am thankful that God gave me a child, but the problem is that this child sometimes he gets possessed by some evil demons, and when he starts running, you can never catch up with him. As for that traditional healer, she has tried all that she can to chase away these evil spirits that possesses my son, but she has since failed. So this is my own story, Brother Nashi. Dear listeners, right there was a narration of that message that was sent to me by our sister right there. Strange things do happen in this world. Yo.